Seen from afar, our planet offers a magnificent sight. You can make out the continents and oceans through the clouds. The contours of the land aren't quite visible yet, but as soon as the white curtain goes up, you can admire the beauty of this open-air theatre, where Mother Nature, the greatest of all actresses, has the leading role. On the mountain tops, the air is very fresh. There's no pollution here. Witness the immaculate whiteness of the snow. It's right on top of these mountains that Mother Nature gives life to the land. Here begins the prologue to the eternal process of renewal that is the water cycle. Snow covers the landscape for a few months, then melts and begins its journey towards the oceans. Nothing can stop the icy water from pursuing its path. It cuts its way through the landscape, creating waterfalls, rivers and streams. The water's force is such that it shapes the landscape as it pleases. This is called erosion. By the time the water reaches the valleys, it has lost a large part of its force and is much calmer. Mother Nature has tamed it, allowing man to navigate and fish in peace. Do take care though. The dangers of drowning may be less, but the risks of being a crocodile's dinner are still there. There are often surprises before the interval. During the interval, Mother Nature changes the scenery, using the water to feed the forests, which are our planet's lungs. Without them, there would be no oxygen. One single tree can live for centuries. This forest certainly existed before the invention of the space shuttle, the car, the camera, and even the piano. Touch wood that the forest survives the invention of the chainsaw. The mountain water eventually flows into the sea, where the pull of the moon and the sun create the tides. Its vastness and depth make the sea difficult to control, so Mother Nature seeks help from the winds. There are regions where water is in short supply. Here, in these canyons, you can see the traces of the water's passage over the rocks. An immense river must have once flowed through here to erode the stone so much. Now the sun has taken over and bakes the soil like a giant oven. The play's ending looks like a tragedy. The cold and snow of the mountains have been replaced by the drought and scorching heat of the desert. Water has almost disappeared naturally, but the circle of life continues. There are people, animals and plants that can survive in this environment. And if you look closer, you can even make out rivers of sand, as if the land hadn't forgotten its origins. They look like fingerprints. Mother Nature is everywhere.